Ever seen a headline so wild you have to read it twice? Like, you can buy a wife for $35. $35, less than a dinner out, less than a new video game. It sounds like a joke, right? But behind every shocking headline, there's often a dark truth. This isn't about a bizarre online shopping deal. It's about desperation, poverty, and traditions twisted by time. That $35 figure, it points to a much bigger, much sadder reality. It forces us to ask, where in the world is a human life valued so cheaply? The claim grabs your attention, and it should, but we need to look past the price tag and see the human cost. These women aren't products. They're daughters, sisters, mothers, with dreams and fears like anyone else. So let's peel back the layers of this viral claim. We'll look at where this is happening, why, and what it means for the people living it. This isn't just about a number, it's about human dignity. Once you know the real story, you can't just scroll past, it stays with you. Let's find out why, because this headline is just the beginning. Let's get specific. The so-called wife market is real, and it's in Bulgaria, among the Kalaiji Roma community. Their infamous tradition, the bride market. Several times a year, families gather for a matchmaking festival. Young women dress up, young men do too, and families negotiate. It's not a supermarket of brides, it's a public open-air event. The term market makes it sound cold, and in some ways it is. The Kalaiji are a patriarchal community, valuing a bride's virginity and arranging marriages within their group. For parents, it's about preserving culture and securing their children's future. Here's where money comes in. If a couple is interested, their families negotiate a payment. This is what gets sensationalized as buying a wife. The price can be thousands of dollars depending on beauty, reputation, and demand. That viral $35 figure, likely an exaggeration, but the core concept is real. It's a tradition rooted in community, but also in economics, and it's happening right now. The question is, what does it feel like for the girls involved? Let's find out, because this is not just a headline, it's someone's life. Imagine you're Eleanor, 15 years old. Your whole life, you've been told your main goal is marriage. You're pulled out of school early. Your value is in your purity and your ability to be a good wife. The bride market is your prom, graduation, and job interview, all in one. You stand in a crowd while men and their mothers look you over, assessing you like a product. Your father negotiates your future. The money he gets might feed your family or pay for your brother's wedding. Suddenly, you're engaged to a stranger. Your life is decided in a moment. This isn't about love, it's about economics. Real women have described feeling like livestock, knowing their family needs the money. The pressure is immense. If you don't find a husband, you're a burden. Many girls are teenagers, legally children. International organizations call this child marriage and trafficking. The exchange of money makes it feel like a sale, no matter what you call it. Consent is often a secondary concern. The decision is made by parents. The girl's future is not in her hands. It's a transaction born of tradition and poverty, and she is the currency. This is the reality behind the viral headline. And it's happening to real girls right now. Why does this tradition still exist? It's a mix of poverty, discrimination, and old customs. The Kalaiji Roma face severe marginalization in Bulgaria, denied jobs, education, and basic services. The bride price is a financial lifeline for families living on the edge. It's not about greed, it's about survival. The money can mean food, shelter, or medical care. The community relies on its own systems to get by, and the bride market is one of them. Tradition also plays a huge role. Marrying within the community preserves culture and honor. The market is seen as protection, not punishment. But these traditions clash with modern ideas of human rights and freedom. Young people see a different world online, one where girls finish school and choose their own path. They're torn between loyalty to family and a desire for change. But poverty and discrimination make it almost impossible to break free. The cycle continues. What happens after the deal is done? For the girl, life changes instantly. She moves to a new home with strangers, expected to be a wife and housekeeper. If her husband is abusive, she has few options. Divorce is stigmatized, and her family may not take her back. She's trapped. Her well-being depends on the kindness of her new family. The pressure to be perfect is constant. Keep a good home, have children, meet expectations. Her dreams of education or a career vanish. Many suffer depression, anxiety, and a sense of powerlessness. This isn't just a one-time transaction, it's a lifetime of consequences. It's the loss of potential, freedom, and hope. When a girl is denied her future, we all lose. The price isn't $35, the price is a human life lived in the shadows. That's the real cost. Some say, but don't the girls agree to this? Isn't it their culture? On the surface, it looks like choice. But is it really a choice when all other doors are closed? If you're told from birth this is your only path, is agreeing to it freedom or survival? For many, the bride market is the only option, not a real choice. The power dynamic is skewed. Teenage girls, little education, immense pressure. They're not equals in this negotiation. Their consent is assumed, not sought. Saying no means defying family and culture, something most can't imagine. That's why it's dangerous to dismiss this as just culture. Culture evolves. Sometimes traditions violate basic human rights. The right to choose your partner, to education, to protection. These are universal. Defending harmful practices in the name of tradition says some rights matter less, and that's a slippery slope. We can't look away. This issue forces us to ask, what is marriage? We hope it's about love, respect, and choice, a partnership. But here, it's a transaction. Money exchanged for a person. A deal between families. This isn't marriage in the modern sense. It's a business deal. It strips away humanity and turns a person into property. Calling it marriage gives it legitimacy it doesn't deserve. It's exploitation dressed as tradition. When you buy a person, it creates a mindset of ownership and control. Abuse and servitude can follow. We must separate loving partnership from coercive transaction. One is a celebration of connection, the other a betrayal. By understanding the difference, we stop normalizing injustice. Let's call it what it is. It's easy to feel distant from this reality. Just another story in your feed. But this isn't entertainment. It's a cry for help from real girls whose futures are decided for them. Every time a story like this goes viral, we have a choice. We can treat it as trivia, or we can see the humanity behind the headline. Elena's struggle for dignity and freedom is a human fight. The desire to choose your own path is universal. When one person's rights are denied, it diminishes us all. This story isn't about them, it's about us and the world we want to build. Don't scroll past. Let it make you uncomfortable. That discomfort is empathy and the engine for change. These girls don't have a platform. They need us to care. They need us to listen and refuse to look away. Their voices matter. So what now? You can't fix this overnight, but change starts small. It starts with attention and knowledge. By watching this, you've already taken the first step. And the next step, talk about it. Share the context, not just the headline. Spread awareness. Change the conversation from "that's crazy" to "that's tragic. What can we do?" Support organizations working on the ground, NGOs empowering women and girls, providing education and alternatives. Even a small donation can help a girl stay in school or learn a skill. And finally, stay engaged. If this story moved you, follow or subscribe. We'll keep shining a light on stories that matter. The more we understand each other, the harder it is to ignore injustice. Your attention is a currency. Spend it on things that matter. Thank you for listening. Together, we can make a difference. Don't let this be just another headline. Let it be the start of change.